Okay, so good day everyone. We are from the class of Defense 2 in batch 2018 from the International Relations class. We would like to present our discussion about the study case of NATO intervention in Bosnian War. But before we present our discussion, we would like to introduce ourselves. First, my name is Muhammad Gifari Ramadhani.
My name is Restari Handaningsi.
My name is Tamara Febrianti.
Okay. For this presentation, we would like to deliver our discussion about the NATO intervention in the Bosnia itself. But first, we would like to deliver about humanitarian intervention itself in brief, and then we will discuss about the what operation that happened in Bosnia, and then we will conclude our presentation. Okay, so next.
Okay, the first one we will explain you about humanitarian in brief itself. So, humanitarian intervention, which is argued to originate in the 19th century, is today one of the most controversial topics in the field of international relations. As for in general, humanitarian law is known as a state use of military against another state in terms of to end the human rights violation happen in the state, or in broader forms of understanding. It is understood as non-forcible methods, namely intervention undertaken without the military force to avoid mass human suffering within the sovereign borders. For more than 20 years now, humanitarian intervention established itself as a landmark topic in the field of international relations. It gains its preeminence after the end of the Cold War. But then again, it was challenged by the most known event that occurs of the terrorist threats that become everyone concerned, and also becoming the turning point in the almost every IL field of studies. Although we know that it is established from the Arab Spring, which led to NATO's operation in Libya from 2011. Also, taking into account that humanitarian intervention traditionally is concave as the protection of fundamental human rights, mostly the rights to live. Okay, next.
Okay, before we jump to the NATO intervention in Bosnia, let me tell you about the Bosnian War first. So the Bosnian War is the ethnically root war in Bosnia and Herzegovina between 1992 until 1995. The Bosnian War started as tension between Bosnians and Serbs erupted into all-out war in 1992. In short, these tensions were the result of a failure to sufficiently accommodate a number of religious and ethnic groups in the newly formed Bosnian government. Then, after years of bitter fighting that involved the three Bosnian groups as well as the Yugoslav army, peasant country with backing by the NATO imposed a final ceasefire negotiation at Dayton, Ohio, in the United States in 1995. Then we can see in the picture show Bosnian conflict, which is the destruction in Sarajevo, buildings and vehicles destroyed in Grabavika, a suburb of Sarajevo, Bosnia and Herzegovina, during the Bosnian conflict in 1992 until 1995. Next. So the next one is NATO intervention in Bosnian War. NATO intervention in the Bosnian War, in general, began in February 1992, when the alliance issued a statement urging all the belligerents in the conflict to allow the deployment of United Nations peacekeepers. While primarily symbolic, this statement paved the way for later NATO action. Then, the NATO intervention in Bosnia and Herzegovina the purpose is to build long-term peace during and after Bosnian War. NATO intervention began as largely political and symbolic, but gradually expanded to include large-scale air operation and the deployment of approximately 60,000 soldiers under Operation Joint Endeavour. Okay, next.
Okay. Tari, your mic is not on. Okay.
Okay, next is the role of NATO in Bosnian War. The first one is NATO conduct its first major crisis response operation in Bosnia and Herzegovina. Second, NATO implemented the military aspect of the Dayton Peace Agreement, which marked the end of the 1992 until 1995 war in the country. Third, the NATO-led implementation force, or IFOR, was deployed in December 1995 and was followed by the NATO-led Stabilization Force, or SFOR, which ended in December 2004. Once NATO had successfully implemented the military aspect of the Dayton Peace Agreement, the EU, or European Union, took on NATO's stabilization role. And then NATO maintains a military headquarters in Sarajevo that complements the work of the EU missions and assigns, inter alia, in defense reform and counter-terrorism. And the last is Bosnia and Herzegovina became a NATO partner country in December 2006 and is focusing on introducing democratic, institutional, and defense reform, as well as developing practical cooperation in other areas. Okay, next.
Okay, so next, one of NATO's biggest challenge this decade has been to help keep the peace in Bosnia and leading a multinational military force there. It was named I4 and S4. The implementation force, or should we say I4, was deployed in Bosnia and Herzegovina in December 1995 with a one-year mandate. I4 operated under the Chapter 7 of the United Nations Charter, deriving its authority from UN Security Council Resolution, or UNSCR 131 of 15 December 1995. This gave it a mandate not just to maintain peace, but also, where necessary, to enforce it. As such, I4 was a peace enforcement operation, which was more generally referred to as a peace support operation. This was also the case for S4, which I will later discuss about. I4 aimed itself to oversee implementation of military aspect of the Dayton Peace Agreement, the accord ending the Bosnian War. Its main task was to guarantee the end of hostilities and separate the armed force of the Federation of Bosnia and Herzegovina. On the other hand, and Republika Srpska on the other, well, I don't know how that's spelled actually, I4 in the field. I4 oversaw the transfer of territory between the Federation of Bosnia and Herzegovina and the Republika of Srpska, the demarcation of the inter-entity boundary, and the removal of heavy weapons into approved cantonment site. As the situation on the ground improved, I4 began providing support to organizations involved in overseeing the implementation of the civilian aspect of the Dayton Peace Agreement, including the Office of the High Representative, the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, and also United Nations. I4 goals were essentially completed at September 1996, and as the situation was still potentially unstable and much remained to be accomplished on the civilian side, NATO agreed to deploy new stabilization force called S4 from December 1996. So S4 or it was called the Stabilization Force, operated under the Chapter 7 of the UN Charter, deriving its authority from UN Security Council Resolution 188 of 20 December 1996. As was the case for IVOR, it was a peace enforcement operation that was more generally referred to as peace support operation, while as for AIM itself, primarily task was to contribute to a safe and secure environment conducive to civil and political reconstruction. Specifically, S4 was tasked to deter or prevent a resumption of hostilities, promote a climate in which the peace process could continue to move forward, and to provide selective support within its means and capabilities to civilian organizations involved in this process. Well, as for infill itself, activities range from patrolling and providing area security through supporting defense, reform, and supervising the mining operation, to arresting individuals indicated for war crimes and also assisting the return of refugees and displaced people to their home. They also keeping the peace in carry out regular patrols throughout Bosnia and Herzegovina to maintain a secure environment, and also multinational specialized units were deployed there to deal with instances of unrest. SWOL also collected and destroyed unregistered weapons and ordnance in private hands in order to contribute to the overall safety of the population and to build confidence in the peace process in 2030. SWOL disposed of more than 1,100 weapons and 4,500 grenades. SWOL was also one of several organizations involved in the mining in Bosnia and Herzegovina. NATO force carried out some demining themselves and helped to set up the mining schools in Banja Luka. They also helped to establish Niverdok training school in Bihar. Furthermore, S4 had multinational specialized units that assisted EU police mission. The EU police mission, or should we call EUPM, is responsible for helping the Bosnian authorities develop local police force and also to meet the highest European and international standards through monitoring, mentoring, inspecting police managerial, and also operational capacities. And there is many, actually, the function of S4M, which we don't have time to explain, and we will continue to the conclusion. As we can see that NATO intervention itself aimed to keep peace in Bosnia and also attempt to fulfill its humanitarian aspect, with the main priorities as mentioned before, mentioning a continued military presence to deter hostilities and providing a secure environment and also support for civil implementation. Achieving progress in returning displaced persons to their home in 1999, and taking steps to promote reconciliation between the armed force of Bosnia to the Republika of Srpska, and to develop the role of the Standing Committee in Military Matters established under the Dayton Peace Agreement as an effective, centralized defense institution for the country as a whole. Okay, I think that's all for our presentation. Thank you so much for your attention and see you again.